my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to our live show. Happy Friday. Hello, everybody, and thank you for being here on this wonderful Friday. It's a happy one every week. Every week. Say hello to Mr. HP. He is running the show and keeps jumping in whenever we need him to.
I'm a jumper.
Yes, you are. So everybody, if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, you want to make sure to comment throughout the show. Hit that like button or subscribe if you haven't done so yet. We love getting thumbs up and hearts, but most of all, commenting gets you an opportunity to win a $25 gift card at the end of the show. We draw names from random comments at the end of the show. So stick around all the way to the end. We have lots to get to today. There is so much going on.
So much.
It's so exciting when we have so much going on.
Why is my mic so loud? Is it just me?
Is it loud?
Am I just a loud mouther?
I don't know. I can't hear the feed, so you're gonna have to ask our viewers about that.
Am I too loud?
No.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right.
Anyways, we have every show on Fridays. We celebrate with a little something in a glass. And so now on this last day of January, our theme has been rum drinks in January. So I thought we would celebrate with something super pretty.
Super pretty?
Yes, this is called the Blue Hawaii. I tweaked it a little bit. This is on the sweeter side for me, but it's kind of a good little treat. I mean, I know you love sweet drinks, so this is probably right up your alley, isn't it?
I like sweet. This seems a little sweeter than usual, but...
Yeah, it all depends. So there's pineapple juice in here. Let's take a look at the recipe. So what's in here is regular rum, just regular white rum, and then some blue curacao liqueur, and then cream of coconut. So that is what gives it the sweetness alongside the pineapple juice. So it all depends on how sweet your pineapple juice is. And so you can tweak it that way. So you can lower the cream of coconut. You could even use coconut rum and lower, just make sure you get coconut rum and it's not full of sugar. Some of them, like Malibu, has a lot of sugar added. Just check it out. There are some rums that just have the flavor.
I was laughing a little bit at you.
At me?
Yeah.
Why?
I think you need glasses.
I do have glasses. I just don't wear them on the show.
And you keep doing this.
Well, when I'm reading something on the screen that's very little, I can see my script fine, but my recipe had a little blurred letters. I think it was just a little too blurry. It's not that it's,
It's not that you need
it's
your
not
glasses?
That it's my eyes.
No, okay.
But anyways, let's finish the recipe. You shake it all up, and then it gets really nice and almost, well, not really creamy, but it gets this really cool color. Isn't that pretty? That's mint green, isn't it?
It is.
I would say so.
Mine's almost gone already.
So, Now, I wanted to tell you something. The blue curacao liqueur, you can get actually very inexpensive. It's really just an orange liqueur with this blue color. But, of course, the origin of it is in the island of Curacao. So, of course, we were just there on our cruise, went to the distillery, got myself some original blue curacao. So there's lots of different orange liqueurs out there. This one is made a little differently because the orange variety that they have on the island that was brought there is not really a good orange to eat because it's really not that sweet. So they found a way, they find a way to make liquor everywhere in the world. Oh, yeah. So they dry the skins, and I think the pulp too, or the flesh too, dry them, and then they extract the flavor from the dried fruit, and that gives it this really intense orange flavor. The blue color is just food coloring. You could actually buy it in multiple different colors, but it's really fun to use in cocktails because it gives it that really, really good color. So not only is a staple for a Blue Hawaii, it's also a staple for a Blue Lagoon cocktail and many, many more. So very fun.
Delicious.
All right, Sarah, do you have a word of the day for everybody? I'm gonna sip my blue Hawaii while you talk about that.
Word of the day is okay. Word of the day is buggin.
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 Are you bugging right now?
Well, we both were bugging earlier. Like bugging is kind of, there's a couple of different buggins. Kind of like tripping out, you know, like going crazy a
Freaking
little
out?
bit. Freaking out a little bit.
Mm.
Like this guy's here, his face, look. I'm bugging. Because someone stepped on his shoes.
Oh.
And then it could be, stop bugging me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be bugging me. There's that.
Okay.
And then if you have a little Volkswagen, you could be bugging.
You can go bugging?
Go bugging.
Oh, okay. I
Mhm.
like it.
Bugging everybody.
Yeah, so I mean, there's also like sometimes like the technology is bugging,
Yeah.
right?
Technology be bugging
And
sometimes.
the internet especially.
Whoa.
Okay, that's a good one. We'll try and use that today.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes
most of all, don't be bugging me when I'm sewing.
Don't be bugging. And don't be
Use
bugging
that.
when your sewing is not so good.
No, I don't want that either. Anyways, let's take a look at some of our national days today. There's some interesting ones. First off, I think they're all trying to tell us to just stay in and quilt because Inspire Your Heart with Art Day.
Okay.
So,
I like
telling us to just make some art
Mm-hmm.
in the form of quilts. It is also International Zebra Day.
Oh.
International Zebra Day. Oh, I skipped one.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you did. You skipped one.
The zebras, I mean, their bodies are a work of art. It's really amazing how nature creates that.
Did you skip this one because you don't want it to
I
happen?
know. I really do want it to happen. It is National Have Fun at Work Day. Now, I really do have fun at work every day, pretty much every day. I get a little bugged out.
Sometimes you be bugging.
I'd be bugging if I have too many meetings. It's a lot. But yesterday was one of those. I get it that they are needed. But most times I have fun at work. I mean, come on. So that everybody should try and have fun at work today. So if not, just go in your sewing room and have some fun. Then it is National Backwards Day. So you should do everything backwards. Now, I'm not sure we want to do that with quilting. That would mean quilting it first and piecing it second.
What could you do with going backwards?
Well, you could possibly start just by making your backing first before you piece the quilt. That would be one way.
Okay. All right.
Doing it opposite. It would be maybe sewing first and then cutting it up. So in some cases, that might work. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It is Eat Your Brussels Sprouts Day.
Boo.
I love my Brussels sprouts. I'm not going to have a problem
Sometimes
with
they're good.
that. Yeah. Hot Chocolate Day.
Oh,
You
that's
just-
me. Every
That's
day.
you all day, every day.
I had some today.
Yeah, you did. And it is National Brandy Alexander Day. So
Isn't
that's
that-
a cocktail, a classic cocktail that has its own day.
Is that,
But since
is that
it was-
made with ice cream?
No,
Oh.
it's maybe brandy and then I think some cream and chocolate liqueur or something like that. We're gonna explore that one when we have maybe a themed brown liquor month.
All right.
It is a good one. It's kind of warming because the brandy really kind of warms you from the inside out.
Okay.
So that's our national days. But most of all, it is my son Otley's birthday today. So happy birthday, Otley! 32 years ago.
Whoa.
Yikes!
Whoa. Getting a little
When
old.
I was 12. Look what a
Getting
cutie.
a little old there, son-in-law.
Mm-hmm. How does this happen? This is probably about 10, 11, somewhere around there. He's a little younger. I would say he's about 7, but I wanted this photo because this is him all day, every day, from the time he could walk. There's a soccer ball in front of him. And interestingly enough, that's his son, Leo,
Yeah.
today, with a soccer ball all day long, wearing a jersey.
Big brother.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, this is when he's about 14, 15 with his siblings. And this is high school graduation, probably the year before. Yeah. He has had all kinds of hairstyles. He was never afraid to have a different hairstyle. and kind of shock people. So this is middle school.
Well, who's this?
This is a middle school when he was going to middle school, I do believe. Yeah. And then, of course, this is them today. The whole family. Leo, of course.
I should have showed this one before that one.
Yeah, you should have shown that one before. So this is actually our wedding. And Leo is not born. Well, there's one more from their wedding.
Yeah.
This is from their wedding. Yeah. So happy birthday, Atlee. He is the greatest father, kid a mom could ever hope for. And now we get to work with him every day. Yes, he is GE Design.
And don't be bugging him.
COO.
Don't be bugging him.
No, well, I'm not.
Don't bug him today.
I'm not. I did. I woke him up this morning. Do that every morning, singing to my kids. So I did. I was able to wake him up this morning. I was kind of surprised that the boys hadn't done that already. Because I did not call when it was 6 a.m. here and 3 a.m. there. I waited. So.
What time was it when you called there?
There, it was 6 a.m. there.
Oh, jeez.
6:15. But the boys are usually up. Leo is usually up. So, it's one time. He can take a break this weekend. He can sleep in. Anyway, so happy birthday, Atlee. Let's do our Friday show and tell. Let's get into it. Starting off this beautiful Friday show and tell with a Lilo made by Sue. Beautiful quilt. Now, I heard some people are having issues with sound. What worked for us last week, if you just shut down YouTube and open it back up, it'll all kick in again.
I don't know why that's doing that now.
I don't know what either. But anyways, let's take a look at the next one. We have a beautiful supersized Nina made by Diane, and this is out of brand new fabric that I'm actually going to be showing you today. So excited to show you this one. This looks so abstract because she used a light fabric throughout in every block, and so it really gives it this abstract look. I love it. Then next up is a supersized Amelie made by Stephanie. That is beautiful. I actually have a very similar quilt because I use those same fabrics, not in an Amelie, but in a Nikki, I think. Beautiful. Then we have Billy made by Jude, and she used the fairly new My Type fabric. That is really awesome. I love the layout and the color blocking.
Oh. I wasn't.
This is Bonnie's Steamy Windows quilt. I'm not sure if this is flannel. It looks so cozy. That is beautiful. Just, you can do these types of quilts with anything you got in your stash. So beautiful, just scrappy. Then we have a beautiful Lucy quilt made by Beth. Love the yellow and blue and that little lover in the middle there. Seems like he's approving. He or she. Not really sure. Can't really tell. Next up is Mary Claire's quilt. She made this beautiful Svana. That is beautiful. I really love the colors. That orange with a little bit of gold and blue is just such a perfect combination. Love that it carried out the same theme out to the border. Now, the Svana class is obviously inspiring a lot of folks, so we've been seeing a lot of Svanas, and I can't wait to show you some slideshows. We're due for a few Quickie Club slideshows.
Oh, yeah.
Next up is a Kobe quilt made by Sue. That is a cute little crib size. Love this. I mean, this pattern is so perfect when you need a quick gift. It really is, and you can pretty much put anything in it, and it's going to be beautiful. So think about that for donation quilts and you know, quick little baby gifts like that. Next up is a two-timer quilt. This is two-timer B, I should say. This is made by Barbara Jean. Two-timer is a similar quilt as Anna and Elsa are in Stripology Quickies. It is in the first mixology book where you use the cutoffs from one quilt to make a second one. No waste. Love this one. I love the layout. Beautiful. And last but not least, we have an awesome quilt by Denise. This is the Taylor pattern. Again, somebody taking a little bit of creative liberty and adding a single fabric into the blocks, creating just this really contemporary artsy look that is so perfect for today, which is inspire your heart with art. And so beautiful quilts, everybody. Thank you all for sharing and keep them coming. So like I said, we have lots to share with you today. Main thing being we're going to share our goodies bundle club selection for January. I figured we would reveal it today since the last day of January. The intention was to ship it out on January 20th. I think we didn't get the fabric until that day, so we got it out really fast. So hopefully everybody's got their bundle. But before we do that, or should we do that now? Let's do that now. Yeah. Let's do that now. I have a lot to get to after this, so we're going to play the whole video of our Color Club reveal for the month of January. Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs, home of the Stripology Ruler. In this video, I'm excited to show you our Goodies Bundle Club selection for January 2025. Now, kicking off a new year, I wanted to do something different this time around. So we are featuring the wonderful Marsha Dursey, a designer that I have admired for years, and her beautiful work with Windham fabrics. Let's take a look. Marsha Dursey has been a trailblazer in fabric design for over 2 decades. Designing from her studio on Whidbey Island, she creates unique hand-dyed and hand-painted fabrics. She starts with a piece of muslin, some fabric dyes, and silk screen paints, and finds inspiration both in color, images, and objects from her surroundings, the beautiful nature where she lives. Her fabric collections reflect central themes, often inspired by the seasons, travels, or new textures. Her fabrics are both a flashback to art history and incredibly modern and urban feeling. Since 2014, she has designed for Windham Fabrics while also creating her own hand-dyed pieces. For this collection, I chose to mix 4 different collections of hers. 2 of them are designed so that you can reorder them, and then 2 of them are her basic lines. So let's take a look at the fabrics. Starting on this end here, both on each end, we're starting with her basic, which she calls palette. Now this is her way of doing a solid, which is just this beautiful texture, mottled texture, really a nod to her hand-dyed work. And so this really feels like a hand-dyed piece of fabric. This gorgeous green color is called lemongrass. The next piece is from a collection called Spotted Graffiti. So very graffiti-like, but beautiful textures and adding lots of color in there. I love this great versatile mixer. So this is Spotted Graffiti Golden Hour. Next up, I chose another one of her basic lines. This is her version of stripes. And I love the organic stripes. It really feels hand painted. This is such a versatile and fun print to use throughout because it doesn't give you those straight lines. You don't have to worry about them. They're already a little bit wiggly and different widths. This color is called Sunlight. Next up is a print from her Marble Run fabric line, which is still reorderable somewhat. This gorgeous color is called Marigold, and you can see the texture of the paints in the background and then just the little specks of other colors, just a beautiful, vibrant hue. Next up is another basic from her striped line. It's really just called Line, and this is Strawberry Fields, a gorgeous deep pink and fuchsia color. Next is another one from Spotted Graffiti. This is called Blackberry Patch. So the same print we have here, but completely different color combinations, which is a little bit of green and purple and black. I just love these textures. Then we have another Marble Run. This is called Marble Run Ruby. So same print. No, not same print. We have this a little bit later. This is more geographical in nature. I love her experiment with just some thin scribbly lines and then using her paintbrushes. It's just a beautiful organic piece of fabric. Marble Run Splash, a second version of this print, and this color is called Crimson. So a bit deeper red here, but a beautiful hue of red, specks of blue, a little bit of beigey tan, and other colors, which just make these so great to mix in with other things. And the same print again, Marble Run Splash in Robin's Egg. Beautiful bright turquoise, and then the specks of other fun colors. Then we have another Spotted Graffiti. This is called Blue Hour. So you will see lots of blues, seafoam greens, and then if we open this up, you'll see some other hues of blue. Just a beautiful, beautiful piece of fabric. Probably one of my favorites in the whole bundle here. Then we have another Marble Run. This is called Deep Space. So this really beautiful deep blue, same as we had here with the red, but again, different feel because of the different colors. And I just really love how they all play together. And then last but not least, we have that another beautiful palette, which is her solid in this gorgeous dark teal color. So those are the 12 fabrics I chose to use and put together for this very unique bundle. I think it really gives you a sense of what she does as an artist, as a designer, pulling her beautiful, rich, deep colors with that brightness that just stands out. So let's take a look at some beautiful fabrics that work really well with this collection. I'm going to start with, just as we follow our pull here, we're going to start on the light end and working with, this is glaze in the milk glass. So just a little bit light gray. You will see that light gray reflected in some of the prints, but this could also be a gorgeous background for all these fabrics. It would stand out nicely and still not be too bright white. A beautiful bright green is another glaze, Sour Apple, perfect fit in here if you wanted to add a little lime green. And another glaze, this is glaze in the Limelight. If you wanted just a little more gold touch to it, it really brings that together. And then another glaze, glaze in the Mellow. So this is more going into the gold tones, a little bit of mustard. And we're staying with the glaze, Citrine. Here's another beautiful tone that really matches well. You can see this continuum here with a slight shade difference. It's just a perfect, perfect mix. Then we're gonna bring in another glaze in the Gumdrop, a perfect bright pink, not too bright, but the textures of the glaze, as you can see, they just mix really well with Marsha Dursey's fabric because it has that organic, artsy feel. Then we're gonna go to our brighter pink, a little bit brighter pink. This is glaze in the Ruby. And again, really nice bright pink, almost into the red. So we're kind of really bridging that gap between all the colors. Then we're going to go with Chalk and Charcoal in this gorgeous cardinal color, bright red. It's going to be beautiful. It's perfect match with those tones here. But again, the texture of this still matches really well with Marsha's fabrics. Dreams in the Jade is a really great medium turquoise that really blends well with some of the lighter tones and has the similar texture as some of the graffiti. So it's going to blend nicely. Another glaze is Glaze in the Ocean. More into the blue from the turquoise, but nice and bright, so it's still going to stand out and feels like it belongs. And then we have a couple of color wash, which is a Wyndham line. So these have a really similar artsy textures to it. This is color wash textured indigo. So it works perfectly. Look at how perfectly it matches the palette in the teal. So that's a great, great color. And then I want to throw in the darkest hue here. This one we used actually in one of the quilts to mix in Color Wash Scribble Graphite. And that's another Wyndham line in the Color Wash collection. And so this one works really nicely here for some of the darker tones, but having that artsy feel. So this is my fabric pull for the Marcia Dursey collection. Now let's take a look at the wonderful quilts we decided to make with this gorgeous collection. Starting with our pattern June. This is a single pattern that looks difficult, but it's very easy to make. This pattern takes either fat quarters or you can work with 10-inch squares and 2.5-inch strips. We use the collection for all of our darks, which is the colorful pieces in there. And then for our lights, we decided to use a single fabric, which is called Wabi Sabi Polka Dot. And you'll see how wonderful that is. This is one of Marcia's hero pieces, very unique, and I really wanted to play with it. It's kind of like already like a quilt, but I just really love how that turned out in the background, or it as our lights in the June quilt. And then we used the Color Wash Scribble Graphite for our background. So you'll see that reflected in the background throughout the quilt, and then that border. So this beautiful quilt has many different options for layout, and we used layout number 5 for our design. It just turned out gorgeously. So this is our background, the Color Wash Scribble Graphite, and we used that for the binding as well. For the backing, we used another one of Marcia's hero pieces. This is called Field Guide to Art History. So again, kind of looks like a patchwork quilt already, and this just turned out to be beautiful on the back. I'll show you a close-up a little bit later, but this just gives you a perfectly looking double-sided quilt. Next up is our Jewel quilt. Jewel is in our book Stripology Mixology 3, and it is made with 10-inch squares. Very simple to do, especially if you have the Stripology rulers, but I just wanted to mix all of the colors and just see how beautifully they come together. It's really harmonious, bright and shiny, and so we put them all together in there. For the binding, we opted to just do something simple using one of the prints from the collection, which is available in 1 yards, and that is that palette in the dark teal. For the backing, we used another one of Marcia's hero pieces. It's called Open Space Multi. And look at that. That is another one that looks like patchwork on the back of the quilt. And so I love that it kind of reflected the same type of triangles that the Jewel pattern has. So it looks really cool on the back of the quilt. Next up, let's look at Polygon City. This is a quilt that we haven't seen a lot. It's a very modern geometric looking quilt from the Stripology Squared book. You use 10-inch squares, so you can easily cut your squares from the bundle. And then as a background, we used the Marble Run Splash Milk Glass. So that is one of Marcia's prints, just in this tone on tone with a nice gray kind of milky hue to it. And it works great as that background. The backing we used is the Wabi Sabi, the same we used for the lights in our June quilt. Another really, really fun backing. And for the binding, I wanted something bright pink, so we actually pulled out one of the prints in the line called Line Strawberry Field. And then with two 10-inch square quilts, we were able to cut a lot of 2.5-inch strips. So we made a fourth quilt. Strip Search is probably one of my most popular strip quilts through the years. It is just 2.5-inch strips, no matching seams. You can be as scrappy as you want. And this type of a bundle just is perfect for the Strip Search quilt. It is just fun, color over color, and just oozes brightness and happiness. We used the line Sunlight for our binding. So out of the collection, you will notice if you have the booklet that there's the wrong picture there. And for our backing, we pulled a Wyndham backing that worked really well. It's called a new Soiree. So it has that dark and then all these beautiful circles. This is a wide back, so a 108 wide back. So this one would work perfectly to pull in with all of Marsha's beautiful fabrics. So let's take a look at some of the fabrics that we have available from the collection in 1 yards or 3 yards or some 108 options. The first one I wanted to pull out are two of the fabrics from the line. We both have the Marble Run Deep Space available. This would be a beautiful option if you decide to do something that needs a border, a dark, colorful border, or even a backing. And then we have the palette in the teal available as well. We do have both of the line fabrics available as well, the stripes here in the Sunlight and the Strawberry Fields. Then we have the beautiful hero pieces I just talked about. We have the Wabi Sabi polka dots available in 1 yards and 3 yards. We have the Field Guide to Art History available in 1s and 3s. These are really fun fabric to use in so many ways, not just backings. Think about it in bags and bigger pieces, even quilted clothing. And then the third one is Open Space Multi. So those three would be really fun to use. We also have the Marble Run in the Splash, and then a couple of few wide backs that I wanted to suggest if you wanted to do something with a 108 wide fabrics. We of course have the Soiree that I just showed you, or Confetti as it says on the back. We do have one of Marsha's wide backs. This is the Marble Run wide back, so grays and neutrals in this wide back fabric. And then a third that I wanted to just mention, this is called Color Story Connections Multi, and look just how this would work perfectly. It's not by this is by a different Marsha, but it is really beautiful, and I think it would work perfectly for some of these colorful quilts. Now let's take a look at those gorgeous quilts up close so you can see what we did with the quilting. Starting with our June quilt, we used a very simple long arm pattern called Seamless. As you can see, they're just loops, so this would be really easy to recreate with your domestic sewing machine. It just plays with the circles and fits perfectly together. We use a light gray thread, which really melts well with everything because of the dark background having that little bit of light in there. So it works really nice. And as you can see on the back, this just makes for a really, really fun quilt. That light gray, same thing on the back, just melts in perfectly. So great thing to try if you like doing your own free motion quilting on your domestic. Next up is our Jewel quilt. This one is quilted with a pattern called Wavy Gravy. I love the scale of it, that it really creates just a texture because the pattern is so graphic and stands out with all the colors. The color of the thread is a dark, like a little bit of a muddled gold. So it really fits in well, kind of creates, you can really see the pattern stand out, but it blends in with the gold really nicely. And for the back, just using a little bit of a medium tan to a dark tan for the bobbin, which reads similar to that gold. So it really didn't cause any issues having a different color on the back. But I really love how this texture just brings so much life to the quilt without taking away from the actual design. Then it is our Polygon City. This is quilted with deco arches, which is a long arm leak pattern. I just loved it because we have the Polygon City kind of representing buildings, and then this really represents the same shape, but instead of being harsh points, it's all rounded edges. So that texture I just really loved for this, and using just a light gray thread for the top, very similar to the background. So it really isn't screaming anywhere. It really blends everything nicely together and creates just a wonderful texture for the back here as well, in that same light green or light gray tone. And then last but not least, we have our strip serge. This pattern is called Crazy 8, also by Urban Elements. And again, another one that would be beautiful to try on your domestic sewing machine if you do like free motion. This is just large loops and then a smaller loop inside. You keep going, do the little loop and another loop around it, and then some little loops in between. So just a beautiful texture, easy to do. And of course, this is done on a long arm, so all the circles are perfect, but it doesn't have to be that way when we're doing free motion. It can totally be organic. Again, using that gold for our thread color, and just dark tan for our backing, which blended in nicely with our wide back used for this beautiful quilt. I hope you enjoyed these gorgeous, colorful fabrics by Marsha Dursey. Now, make sure if you are a subscriber to snatch up some of those fabrics. Plan out the quilts that you want to make before they are gone. And remember to use that coupon on the back of the catalog. If you are interested in subscribing, we do have spots available for Goodies Bundle Club. Every 3 months, we will send you an exclusive, specially curated package of fabrics, 12 different half yards that we put together that you can use in so many ways. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. So that is our gorgeous Marsha Dursey themed color club. I think it would be perfect to kick off the year with some real color. And I absolutely am in love with all the quilts. Like I said, we could not leave any scraps, so we were able to do the strip serge pattern out of all the scraps we had from 2 bundles. So 2 bundles made these 4 quilts. How amazing is that? I love it. Behind me is the Polygon City and the strip serge. So I just love them all. And some questions. Somebody asked who made Wavy Gravy. That is Urban Elements. I do believe. I think all of them were from Urban Elements except for the Deco Arch, which is long arm leak. So I hope you're enjoying Bundle Club, those of you that are subscribers. Somebody asked too if they could purchase the bundle. So the bundles that we pick and we custom, curate them for Bundle Club. As you can see, this was a mix of a lot of her different lines. So I love to curate something unique for Bundle Club. So this is every 3 months, so quarterly subscription club, 4 bundles a year that you will get with all this inspiration. There's a coupon code and a really great deal because it's $79.99 or $95 for Bundle Club still, that we've kept the same price now for 3 years, which is awesome as prices have gone up on fabric, but we always try and give you the best value. The bundles are not available until we get closer to the next Bundle Club shipping, if we have any left. There is a cap on that as well. So if you really want this bundle, join Bundle Club. There are some spots open, so you can always join because there's not really a long-term commitment. You can cancel anytime, but it's really a fun. I think we have a lot of folks that joined from the beginning and we're well into our 3rd year. This is halfway into our 3rd year of Bundle Club. So we're very excited to keep going. We've got some great things coming in the future. And again, if you haven't heard it from me before, Bundle Club will never have any seasonal fabrics or themed fabrics. We try to do fabrics that, you know, can carry through any part of the year. And also we try to range from something very modern, something very contemporary like Marcia Dursi, to something more on the traditional side, to give you some options and possibly push you a little bit out of your comfort zone, maybe work with something you're not used to.
There's a question.
It's all beautiful. If you sign up today, will you receive this bundle today? Yes. So that's what I was going to say. If you sign up today, you will get this one in the mail, and then you will automatically get the April collection. So if you sign up now and through, I think through February, then you will receive this bundle while in stock. Could you get June and Jewel from one bundle? So June is a fat quarter pattern. It uses 10-inch squares and 2.5-inch strips, but it does use a background, so you don't use the whole bundle for that. Jewel is a 10-inch square pattern. So unfortunately, you couldn't get both, but you can make a smaller Jewel and a June, or you can just cut your 10-inch squares and 2.5-inch strips for June, or you can cut your bundle into fat quarters and use half for June and then half for Jewel, and maybe add some fabrics to get Jewel to the right size. So it's really fun stuff. So thank you for all your great feedback. I've been watching you kind of drooling over these fabrics, and I have to tell you, the quilts in person are so much better than any photo can ever capture. I love them. Let's talk about a lot of things. I have updates on a lot of things that I want to make sure everybody knows. Of course, the Jolee Quilt Along is coming up here on February 15th. So we're 2 weeks out, and we have one more week where you can get the pattern for either, if you just want to get the pattern for $9.95, or any $50 purchase will also get you that free. You just have to make sure to put the Jolee pattern in your cart. And then if your cart, the rest of the stuff in the cart reaches $50, you get it for free. So what will happen there? You will get now just the schedule and the fabric requirements. And then on February 9th, you will get the instructions to cut your fabric. So the cutting instructions and a video, cutting video. This will all just go into your account. Under your downloads, digital files, you'll find the PDFs there, and then you'll find the videos there as well. Once we do the actual quilt along on the 15th, the day before, you will get the full pattern to read through, and then we do our live quilt along on Saturday the 15th. We will put those videos in your account after we play them live on the live quilt along, so you will always have access to these videos forever right there in your account. They all stay together. So it's a great value, and we're going to have a really, really good time. I wanted to mention there are some of our Stripology partner shops that have jumped on board and offering an event in person in their store. So let's take a look at that list really quickly. I updated it with the other shops. We have KK Sew and Vac, which is in Appleton in Wisconsin. Warm and Cozy Quilting, that is in Illinois, in the St. Louis area. Chicken Feed Quilts, I believe, is in Alberta. Meretis Quilt Loft is in Norway. Nebraska Quilt Company in Nebraska. Tilted Quilters in Jacksonville, Florida. Pieces of Love Quilt Shop in California. Sew On Sew North in North Dakota. And Uptown Blanco Textile Studio in Texas. So if you're in the area of any of those and want to have some fun in person, check those out. It's going to be so much fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, moving on to our Tipsy Tuesday this week. I announced a brand new scrap busting block of the month, absolutely free. This is my Dangerous Quilts. Talked a little bit about them. So this is part of our 10-year celebration of the Stripology rulers being available. This is a project I did in my Facebook group in 2016. Yes, long time ago. And so we thought we'd bring it back. So all this takes is scraps If you want to do a scrappy background, you can definitely use the scraps, or if you want a single background, all of the information is there for you. So this pattern is found under free patterns. You just put it in your cart, pay nothing for it, but go through the checkout process. And then you'll get the prep files showing you what you need and all the prep you can do. Next month, always on the 4th Tuesday, on Tipsy Tuesday, we'll have block number 1, and automatically that will be added to your product. So in your downloadable files, you get a new pattern every month. And so 9 blocks. So in November, we'll do the finishing, and you have made a free quilt from your scraps.
There's a question.
Isn't that great? Would the new bundle club be good for the Jolee Quilt Along? Oh, would it? Yes. Can you imagine how colorful and gorgeous that Jolee quilt would be with those Marsha Dursey fabrics? Oh, that's a great idea. You go, girl. Let's move on to our Stripology retreat. We have only one more week left of sign up, and we got a lot of signups this week, so I know that a lot of folks have been sleeping on this. We have one more week, because then we start assembling our boxes to get that stuff out to you. Time just flies, everybody. So our retreat is in March, mid-March. So we want to make sure that all the boxes get to you before the retreat. This is going to be so much fun. So also, we have scholarships to hand out. By midweek next week, we'll be contacting our scholarship recipients that are chosen by our whole team at GE Designs. We give everybody a chance to read through the nominations, and so if you have somebody you want to nominate, don't hesitate. Get that in before next week, so that person just might be picked. We never know. So get going on that.
Exciting!
I'm so excited.
So much exciting news.
It was so fun to see on the cruises that people were talking and asking, "Are you going to retreat? Are you going to retreat?" So then we had a whole bunch of people sign up because they wanted to kind of keep in touch and sew together. So that was so awesome.
Exciting.
Yes. Couple of things. Also starting tomorrow, I know we haven't talked about this for a while, but that is our Endless Love project, or Endless Love kit. So we introduced this summer and had just amazing response. So this is a kit by Riley Blake Fabrics, a quilt designed by Sandy Gervais. So show them the original quilt. Yeah, this is the one I designed the borders for it to extend it. This is the original quilt, Endless Love. So lots of blocks, and then I designed an extension kit for it if you wanted to make it a 90-inch, square, more of a bed-size quilt. But the kit comes in this really cute little box. And then every month, we're going to split it into 7 months. So look at this, cute. So I will be giving you my Stripologized instructions for the blocks. These are the first 2 blocks. We'll be doing 2 a month, and they're 10 different blocks. So these are the first 2, and I give you the cutting instructions to cut it according to our Stripologized method. There's a little video to show you the techniques, but of course you have to have the Master Your Stripology Rulers book so that you can have all those conversion methods. And I am just absolutely in love with these blocks. Look how cute. Now, some of the blocks I completely changed up how they're put together. This one in particular, this one as well. So I like to eliminate seams. And in this case, we make the block and are able to square it up really nicely. I eliminated some seams on this one so we can utilize some Stripology methods. But look at these. Aren't they cute? So it'll be 5 months where we'll be making 2 blocks at a time. And then we will be putting it all together for 1. And then the last month is only for those that purchase the extension kit to make the bed size. But this is still available. We still have some kits left. So if anybody wants to jump on this again, of course, you will have all of the instructions and videos forever. So it's not a have to do. but we're gonna paste it out if you wanted to sew along. And how perfect to get this together for, not only Valentine's Day next year, but I think this is a great pattern or a project for weddings, for engagements, or just to show some love. And really is a great skill builder as well. So tomorrow morning, those of you that have purchased the kit will get your first instructions and videos for the first 2 blocks. So how to get it? You have to buy the kit, which comes in this box. That's for the small quilt. If you are interested in making the extended size, you can buy the extension kit. And to find the videos, you will get an email, but to find them, you just go to your products and find Endless Love, and they will be loaded in there every month. And then we also have backing kits, so just don't forget to check those out. We have backing kits available, not very many left, but we still have some backing kits for both sizes. So check that out tomorrow. I know we've been talking about it forever, and it finally is here. So exciting. All right. One more thing. It's the last Friday of the month, so of course it was time to draw a winner from our big 10 Years of Stripology giveaway. And we had the drawing. I called the winner. Had to leave a message because didn't pick up, but she called me back. So let's show it. So I'm about to call our winner for the Stripology giveaway for January. This person is going to win a Stripology squared ruler, a book, and some stickers. So we'll have to see if she's available and see what she says. It's a great day for you today, Kathleen.
It is. That is fabulous. I tell everybody about your ruler and that their life will be changed once they start using it. So I am so thrilled.
That's great. Well, now, do you have that particular ruler?
The Stripology squared?
Yeah.
I don't believe I do. I have
the XL?
I have the Stripology and the XL.
Okay.
And, yep.
There you go. Got something to add to your arsenal.
Awesome. I can't wait. I love your products, and I'm just thrilled. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. And we'll be sending you to the address that you submitted. So we'll confirm that before we ship it out to you. But have a wonderful rest of your day and weekend. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for calling me back.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Bye. Yes, so Kathleen Quimby is our winner, and congratulations. We'll send you your ruler and all the good stuff. So great to talk to you this morning. And she didn't have a squared ruler, so she's going to really love it. But I have a little bit more show and tell, because when on that page, remember, where you can sign up for the giveaway, you can also submit photos of quilts. So we thought we'd show a few that have been submitted there. So let's take a look at those. We have a gorgeous Mia quilt made by Nancy. Beautiful, beautiful. Look how great this is with just very scrappy colors. Really beautiful job. Then we have a Nikki quilt with a quilted piece border. This is made by Lori. Love this one. What a beautiful setting there. And then we have a Phoenix made by Patty. Monochromatic. I love this, and I love the quilting. That is really beautiful texture. Then we have a Dina quilt made by Linda. And love the fabrics. Looks like some Tim Holtz in there, which is gorgeous. And last but not least, we have a Frankie made by Janet. Oh, that is a gorgeous Frankie. I can't see it real close, but that looks and feels like a little bit of cave fabrics. Beautiful job. So thanks everybody for sharing, and keep them coming, everybody, whether it's in Goodrun's Quilt Crew or right there on our giveaway page. We love to share the love. love to share. Speaking of love, I have something to share with you. A new fabric that just came in from a designer that I absolutely love for her design, love her as a person as well, and that is E-Bond. And so we have her newest line by Free Spirit Fabrics. It's called Lineage. I had the real privilege to be able to see those digital files ahead of everybody and put my creativity into it and color some quilts with it. And so was really lucky that Free Spirit used those drawings because E-Bond loved them all for their promotional catalog of the line when they started selling it. So I'll show you those quilts, those imaginary quilts later, but let's take a look at this beautiful bundle. It is very unique. Like I said, it's called Lineage. So every print is going to have some kind of a linear feel to it, which, you know, some might think is challenging. To me, it is challenging in a fun way. How would we play with those? So this is the first print here. They all have a name, but the way they're cut, I don't have all the names, but this is one of my favorites. I love just the collage feel of them. The next one, this one, oh, I just missed the name, but this one is super cool because we have colors, some orange, some pink, and then we turn it to the other side and we have brown and blue. So you really have 4 fabrics in one. So just a really cool way how this is done. I'm gonna fold it like this so we get a little bit of both colors. So we're a little zoomed in here. Let's see. Okay, let's take a look at this next one. Oh, love this one. So we'll have this stripe, but take a look at the background, how these little bubbles look like they're hiding behind, and just the organic nature of the brush strokes is just so cool. We have similar to that first one, but a smaller scale print here. Love this. It looks like you just took your scraps and pieced them all into these really fun rows. So just great texture. Next one up has a black background, and look at this one. It's like magazine stacks or book stacks. I love it. And then even the background has some texture, some smudges from paint. Just such creativity that you just don't see that elsewhere, and that's what I love. So I'm going to throw it like this so you can see a little bit of that beauty here. Then we have a monochromatic version, and this one again, look how cool, how fun would it be to use this. Anything that's cut this way, I think this would make a fantastic Jolee, anything that is cut that way, or a GG quilt, anything like that. Here is one of the larger scale prints. You can see it, again, it's like it's already pieced. So we have lots of texture, lots of fun colors. It's like a collage of all your favorite scraps. And some more color. This is all the way down. So we have this beautiful purple, red, turquoise. A really fun print. Then again, a smaller scale with that similar feel, but I love this one just being black, white, and then just this hint of warm red, dark orange type fabric. Love the textures. Has a little bit of newsprint, all kinds of like a map or like wood scale or wood texture. It's so fun. All right, we have another one that looks like stacks of magazines or books. Very coordinated here, but smaller scale. So you can just use this in so many ways. You can cut it, making sure you use that white, or you can just use this part. This is just going to be so much fun to play with. Then we have 2 more. So I know this kind of feels like it's all melding together. trust me, it's sometimes just great to do that. Put them all together. A totally different feel here. You can still see the linear aspect of this print, but I love the black with the light blue and the gold. Just a little touch of green in there to give it some movement, but so cool. Last but not least, this again looks like you strip piece some strips and then cut them apart and piece this whole thing. Love this one. This light print feels like from her first line. And then, yeah, it's just fun to see the continuity and her creativity to keep going like this. So these are the 12 prints that are in the bundle. Now there are three more prints in the whole line, and I decided to break them out for a couple of different reasons. So this one is called Storyline Joy. It's similar to this print, but it's a much, much larger scale. Much, much larger scale. So I decided to offer this one in 1 yards or 3 yards. Can you imagine how cool this would be on the back of your quilt? So a 3 yard is of course a 42 or 44 by 108, so 2 3 yards sewn together lengthwise are going to give you a nice 86 to 88 inch back wide by 108. But I also think it'd be really fun to use for borders, for bindings, all kinds of fun things. So we have it in 1 yard and 3 yards. And again, it is called Storyline Joy, Lineage Storyline Joy. I'm going to leave that right there. Then we have a white one that I really, really love as well. This one is called Fine Line Lysandra. So all of the fabrics have like a female name, which is very much up my alley. So me and Yvonne are on the same level there. But this looks like stitches or script. It really looks like somebody messed up with my sewing machine a little bit. So it's like,
it's bugging?
Yeah, it's bugging. Yeah, exactly. The tension is bugging. So, but I love this, and I really use this for some backgrounds. I'm going to show you the fabrics later on, but it is so pretty. So this is, again, Fine Line Lysandra. And the third one is also one that is more of a pure black with some fun prints on it. So this one is called Offline Nancy. So this is our Nancy. And again, I use this like a background for some of these quilts. So decided to offer this in a bigger cut because this would be really fun to use as a background for anything. So we have it in 1 yard and 3 yards, and that is Offline Nancy. Now I did do a fabric pull just because we have some fun colors. So the first I have to pull out this pink, and this is a perfect match. Dreams in the bright pink would be a great, great option for here. Another color that to call out is some orange because you have hints of that. It's a little bit deeper orange everywhere here. So this is Dimples in the Sinopia. And then I pulled out a little bit darker brick color. So this is Floor Elements Victorian Brick for some of those deeper tones of a rusty orange. There's a little bit of brown tones and taupes in here. I pulled out two, so we have Dry Brush in the Fawn, which I'm not sure if we have it in stock right now, but it is a great color. It is throughout if you wanted to tone some of this wildness down. And then we have Dry Brush Medium Brown, which is more gray, but still warm. And so that is really great match in here. We have some blue. We have Color Wash Textured Indigo. This is a perfect match with this blue in here. So I think that would be a great option. A little bit of that turquoise. This is Dreams in the Jade. Love that in here. And then there's some light blues in here, which was a little hard to match, but this Grunge in the Harbor has that grayish blue feel. So I think that would be a great option. We're a little bit zoomed in here, Mr. HP. Trying to show them all of these. All right, we have a couple more just I wanted to show you if you wanted to add a background, like a white background that is not as crazy as this. I think a deco stitch airy would be great because it is a very off-white, but it has a little bit of taupe in it. So it works great. And then my black, I love to use something that has a little texture. Oh, look at us. Now we're...
We adjust.
We are adjusting. Oh, good. Not too far, though.
How's that?
We have spotted ink that is a motor fabric, but it has those white specks, so it'll be great for some of that. So that is Lineage by eBond for Free Spirit Fabrics. Let's take a look at some of those quilts I mocked up for Free Spirit. This is Dina, and for this one, I pulled out the white. I left the black in, pulled out the white, and used that for the accent strip. And look how subtle it is. I love how subtle it is and how artsy this quilt looks. And then I tried it too with the black as the accent, and it's just as cool. So I added the white into the quilt and pulled the black out instead. So I really love how that turned out as well. Then I thought this would make a fantastic frequency quilt because it is strips and the linear feel of the quilt really matches the linear feel of the fabrics. So here's frequency with that fine line Lysandra in the light colorway as the background. And then I had to try it in the black as well. So here it is with the offline Nancy as the background. Oh, I love both of them. I couldn't decide which one. But then I did one more. I did a Phoenix quilt using the white fine line Lysandra as the background and then all the colors, including the blacks, in there. And look how fun that is. It's just so artsy. Look how fun it is to use that stripe for the background. Just love them all. It's hard to choose. It's really, really hard to choose. I could not choose which one I would do. So that's what happens to me. If I get inspiration like that, I'll just keep going and keep going. Now, am I making any of these? No, because I want to see how this looks in other things. So we are actually working on an Elvira, the original Elvira quilt with these fabrics. And I cannot wait to see how that turns out. And we're going to just have a single fabric for the strips to really give it some calmness, but it'll be wild. It won't be calm. It'll be wild in the most beautiful way. Can't wait. So love, love, love. Anyways, it is time for our winner. We have an extra long show today. Told you it was going to be an extra long show. Our live winner for the $25 gift card is Mr. HP. You got it?
Drum roll.
It is Sonia Kennedy. Congratulations. $25 gift card is yours. Just send us an email to help@gequiltdesigns.com and we'll get you that right away. And then let me tell you about our shows coming up. We have lots of shows this coming week, 4-show week. Tipsy Tuesday is going to be February 4th at 4 p.m. Central Time, followed by One Yard Wednesday on February 5th at 9:30 a.m. Great deals on 1 yards. And then we'll be here a week from today, February 7th at 12 p.m. Central Time. I'll actually have some really cute guest hosts because I'll be tuning into that show. Well, I'll be on the show from Portland with my grandbabies. And then there's a Saturday show on Saturday, not tomorrow, but next week, Saturday, February 8th is going to be So Great Saturday. And that's going to be at 10 a.m. So tune in this week. I hope you join us for all those fun things we have going on. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday and an awesome weekend, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Lay your fabric here, cut it right there. Home of the stripology, feel that vibe. Quilter's paradise. Home of the stripology.